Hey guys, this is Stu. Just another monthly update, and rather seasonal one, as you can see by my apparel. Floppy hat and the Crimbo jumper. I hope you're all getting good quality time on the workbench, which is more than I can say I have lately, because as you know, my work schedule, because I work in retail, gives me little time at all, if ever, on the workbench this month. Yeah, so trying to get this hurricane finished is being a bit of a nightmare, and I'm talking of that. I've had a slight hiccup. I came home yesterday to find that one of the pictures, if you notice on the back there, is disappeared. It came off the wall and hit the back of the hurricane. Now, it is slightly damaged, but not beyond repair. Thankfully, I had another one in my stash, so I've just quickly nipped over the road tonight to my friend Ben Frost and managed to get hold of it to use the spare part off of. So I'll be doing a bit of repair work on it before I do the final reveal. As I say, it hasn't really got that far since the last update because of work, etc. I am hoping to get it done by the end of this month and then do the final reveal, so it might be a little bit more delayed than I first anticipated. So Ian, if you're watching, mate, bear with me, alright? Also, I want to make a quick apology because last month I made a little bit of a faux pas. I knew this because Hendrik from Hollywood Modelling actually pointed this out to me. In regard to this paint set, I made out this was MIG. As you can see, it's not actually MIG, it's Life Colour. So thanks for letting me know on that one, bud. So I made a slight hiccup, so I do apologise. Anyway, however, I will let you know what these are like. I know I've used them on the Hurricane and they're fantastic, so there you go. Also, I've just got this week through my Pop Secret Santa present, and as you can see, I still haven't opened it, guys. So I haven't been able to watch any of your hangouts because obviously you haven't got them live. So let me know when you're going to open them up. If it's on Christmas Eve, just let me know, all right? And I'll try and get on the hangout and open it up in front of you, all right? In terms of acquisitions, well, guys, I am not going to get too many more. Reason being is because space is becoming a bit of a premium, and it might be a case some of it I might have to sell off in the new year. That's the way it goes. However, talking of that, we'll get on to it. I've got a couple of books in. One second hand I got from eBay. It's a bit in a tatty state, but I think it's going to come in quite handy. Actually, I'm going to take this damn hat off because it's making me a bit hot. So, excuse me. Let's tidy myself up. That's a bit better. There we go. I was getting a bit hot with that thing on. This is the book I got, which is Armour Dioramas. Basically, I don't know if you can get hold of this, but I managed to get this one second hand off of eBay. It's not a bad little book. It goes you through the various techniques, etc., on how to build armour dioramas, tips to do on your models, extra detailing sets you can get from Van Linden, etc. Paint finishes on your tanks, you name it, it's in there. Even on your figures, tips how to manipulate your figures as well. So yeah, good little book, and that's going to come in handy because, to be honest with you, I am only a novice when it comes to dioramas. So there you go. And another one which I got a little while ago, which I forgot to mention, was this one as well. Again, issued by Fine Scale Model. It's actually written by Chris Mirosco, I think his name is. Very handy little techniques again. This is a subtle hint at some of the dioramas he's done. And paint finishes, how to get your diorama built up, etc. Very, very useful information. Again, on how to paint your figures. Look after your airbrushes and what products to use, etc. Various handy tips. So yeah, that's going to come in quite useful, to be honest with you. In terms of kits, well, here we go. This one was quite an interesting one I saw on eBay, so I thought I'd snap this one up. It is, of course, the old Huey Hog, used extensively in Vietnam. I might well build this one for my brother Neil, so if you're watching, bud, if you want me to do this for you, I will build it for you, okay? Pop possibly sometime next year. Okay, let me know on that one, as I know how much you're interested in Vietnam. Also, I want to run through some figure sets, some which I've forgotten to mention on previous monthly updates. I'm going to do it by brand. First lot I've got basically are Dragon. Now, I did tell you I was going to do some figures on their own. I've managed to get one of their 1/16 sets. I've got another one which I'm waiting to come through. This is the first one. It is of a British Airborne Red Devils based at Arnhem in 1944. Now, I've had a look at the kit itself. Awesome looking detail on it, and I'd say it stands quite tall, about that tall. I've got a base for it as well, which I managed to get off Fields of Glory. They're a well-known, reputable firm that deal with dioramas, etc. and accessories, which will go very nicely with that. So I thought I'd do that as a tribute to the boys out in Arnhem. Next one is of a excuse the noise. Unfortunately, I've got my housemates back from their 3-day trip, so there you go. It's the Winter Panzer Riders 43 to 44 or 45. That might do with a Panzer 4. I've got a moustache possibly. Another one which I may well do for a desert scene is of a Dak Panzer Artillery Crew Libya 41. So lovely poses. Detail again on these figures is absolutely superb, as well as their armour kits. I'll put them on an equal par with some of the Zvezda figures, if not better. Another one I've got Panzer Liners at Lorraine, 1944. Okay, and this one really caught my eye and I thought I've got to have it. Is of the US 101st Airborne Division at Bastogne in 44, so that could make a nice little vignette, especially with that woodland behind it. Very nicely done indeed. Reminds me of Band of Brothers actually in some respects. This set is of a German tank crew, 39 to 43. Again, that could go with some of my early Panzers in moustache. And this is an interesting one. It's of the German command staff. Very interesting indeed. You could use that for a curse scene possibly. This one is one of 3 sets I've actually, 4 sets I've got from Masterbox. Again, they're a very good detail when it comes to figures. And this is, as we know, we will be commemorating the anniversary of the Battle of the Somme next year. So I bought this in around about 2 or 3 months ago. One particular reason being this little chap here looks like my looks like my grandfather on my father's side, because he actually fought out in the Battle of Somme. So that's one reason why I bought this set, to be honest with you, as a tribute to him. Actually, I'm running out of room here. This is a superb set. Saw this, couldn't resist. US Infantry. The poses are fantastic, and it would go on a diorama with plenty of action in it. This is another one that caught my eye and I couldn't resist it. It is of a typical scene during a Normandy campaign. It's that one there. Look at that. And these crew figures, these come with the horse and cart as well. And the only thing I haven't got is the building, but I could probably source out from Fields of Glory. So there you go. And the last figure set from Masterbox I managed to get hold of, and I was very lucky in getting hold of this, is a German infantry 41-42 Cold Wind. So that would look really superb alongside a Tiger, I think. So there you go. Right, so that's my figures done and out of the way. Then on to the kits themselves. This one was a happy accident because I thought it was a crew set figure on its own, but turns out to be the Pak 38 with the crew. So the one I had, I've just given to my friend Ben across the road. Again, superb detail. The figures look absolutely awesome, and that would make a very, very good vignette. And one I've had my eye on a while, and I haven't got this in my German armour stash, is this one. Again, I won this one on eBay at a very good rate. Is of course the Marder 3H, and detail again on that, second to none. I think it has actually got magic tracks as opposed to the normal plastic ones that you get with them, but it looks an awesome kit all the same. And this one I also won on eBay, is the Hummel. I think it might be the precursor to the Nashorn. As you can see, it's got a slightly stubbier gun. That came with the L44 gun, I think. I may be wrong. But again, the detail on it, second to none. It's packed with goodies. Looks absolutely awesome and will be quite a challenging build. But again, you've got magic tracks on that, so that will keep me busy, I can tell you. And yeah, you guessed it. Yeah, got another Tiger. This one is a Jagdtiger, but the reason I got this one, it comes with the Henschel turret as opposed to the Porsche turret, which I've got in my previous two. This one is depicting one which I think surrendered at the end of the war, which is the X7. And it's actually on film as well if you look on YouTube. So yeah, that should make a real beauty. So that's the Dragon range of kits I managed to get in over the last month. Next brand is going to be Tamiya. I've got 3 little sets here. This is of a German Panzer Division frontline reconnaissance team, which you can put with that vehicle, which I certainly have in my stash. Detail not bad, I have to say. Could go nicely in a little vignette. And then I've got this one here, which is of the tent set with the guy with the radio. I could easily do that with, again, one of the ordinary German vehicle sets, so that would make a nice little vignette, to be honest with you. And I've got one of these sets, the jerry can set, so yeah, could use that in any dio really. Next one again is another figure. If you remember, I actually got 2 other figures in through Tamiya's 1/16 range. I couldn't not have this one, to be honest with you. Again, it's another crewman in the tank, but obviously in the DAC range, and it also comes with a cactus as well as the jerry can, and you do have a base for it. So yeah, I look quite forward to having a go at that, to be honest with you. And I've got the V1 as well. That comes with the trolley. I have to say it might even be better than the old Dragon kit that I've got, because that's a bit basic, there's not much to it. With this one, you've got the trolley with it, so yeah, I quite look forward to building that. It's probably going to be a quick little build actually. And this one, reason I got this one is because my Uncle Pete was on 25 pounders, but this was the precursor to it, which I think was also used in most of the major campaigns during Normandy and at Arnhem. It is, of course, the British Army 6-pounder anti-tank gun, and it does come with the crew, I think, as well. This one I got on eBay at a very, very good rate. Another set I managed to get was the vehicle set, which will go very well with the truck. I've got this and in my inventory and my stash. I could possibly use some of these on my Sherman as well, or one of my Shermans. And here's a nice little beauty of a kit. I've heard it's very easy to get together. It is, of course, the US Howitzer M8 motor carriage. They do the tank version of this. I might get that at a later date, but apparently it's a super little kit and it goes together very, very easily. And this is one that Lenny recently got. I'm Lenny on RTB models. It is, of course, the SAS Land Rover Pink Panther. That looks a lovely little kit. Paint scheme's quite interesting as well. I think it was used during the 60s or the 50s, but all the same, very interesting. And this was a recently new release by Tamiya. It's a French tank, and I haven't got any of those in my stash, but when I saw it, I thought, oh, it looks a little beauty. And I actually saw the review on Fine Scale Modelers reviews the other month. Had to get it. It is, of course, the Samura S35. Interesting subject, and you got link-to-link tracks on it. None of those horrible rubber things that you used to get into Tamiya kits. And this is one I've had before, but I thought I need to build it again. It is the M41 Walker Bulldog. Now, as you know, I built one of these about a year or so ago. Super little kit, falls together. Beautiful little build. This time I've actually ordered some aftermarket throttle tracks with it, just to give it that sort of weighted look on the tracks, and I may well do a little vignette of this depicting in Korea. So yeah, I look forward to doing that one again. And it's stablemate, which I actually recently got, is the M48A3 Patton. This is the version which I think was used at Vietnam. Awesome looking tank. I think they were recently used in both Gulf Wars as well. This was the early version. The only thing I'm going to have to do is replace the tracks on it and get a metal barrel, sadly. Two interesting subjects I managed to get and to me arrange. This one is the Sturmpanzer IV Brummbär anti-tank sort of cannon. I think it's a sort of an earlier version of this Sturmpanzer. This, as I say, is an unusual subject. The only thing I've got to do again is get some aftermarket tracks and some Zim. I don't know if it depicted it in this model, but we'll see. I have to do some research on that. Also, it does look a simple little build. Another one which was an unusual one, a sub-variant of the Panzer IV, and I recently got this through the other week, is of course the German Flak Panzer Wirbelwind. Looks very interesting to build. Love the camo scheme on that. And the figure that comes along with it as well. Does look a neat little kit. In fact, I may well do an inbox review on this one soon, possibly more than likely in the early stages of the new year. Turning to modern armour, as you know, I've got the early version of the Leopard. This is the latter variant. It is, of course, the Leopard 2A5. Just love the colour scheme, love the tank. I have ordered aftermarket full tracks. In fact, I've possibly got them through, and I'm going to have to get in a metal barrel because unfortunately this isn't a two-piece, not a one-piece. Actually, hang on, bear with me, I'm going to double check on that, I may be mistaken. No, it is a two-piece barrel, guys, sorry. All the same, looks an awesome kit. Another one I got is another half-track version of the STK 251. It's the one with the 7.5 KW 37 L42, L24 cannon on it. Love it, I like the pose of the figure. Could make a very good diorama. And yeah, you guessed it, two more Tigers. This is a recent reissue. I think it came out last month. It's the late version Tiger one with the Tiger Ace, that one there. They do have the figure of Michael Wittmann on that one, along with his crew, and again 007. I might not do this as 007, I may well do it as the version depicted on the box. The figures I'm possibly going to put with the 6253 Tiger I've got, which I think is the better kit, which I will do with Wittmann's Last Tiger. So there you go. And yes, I have got an early version again. I know I've only had one of these, of course this version here. I possibly might do this as Otto Karas' very first Tiger. I've got all the extras in. I've got the metal barrel, I've got the throttle tracks, and I've got the big head after set for that one. So that one's going to be a very, very intense build. And last few subjects, which I'm going to mention. This one came through the other day. Whoop. It is a very familiar vehicle we've always seen in the 60s, but this is a very early version. It is the KDF Type 82E Type 92 of the SS Panzer Division, depicted out in North Africa. As we more know it is the Beetle. Looks a super little kit, very simple to build. You've got two colour schemes. You've got the desert version, which you see here, and obviously the normal Panzer Grey version. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with the figures, so I may have to source them elsewhere with my figures in my stash. So, again, that could make a very interesting vignette. And this one I managed to slap up on Black Friday the other week. I couldn't resist it. I thought it would be a very nice stablemate to go alongside the Hurricane. It was actually the predecessor to it. It was Signecam's beautifully designed Hawker Fury 1. I think this has just recently been reissued by Airfix. It is the old tooling. There's not a lot to it, admittedly, so I may have to source some aftermarket just to sort of raise the standards. But I think I'm going to do it in this Silver Fox scheme because I just think it shows off the beautiful sleek lines a lot better than the camo version would, to be honest with you. So yeah, I got that at a very good rate of £4.99. Not bad, eh? And finally, this is one that Panzermeister 36 did build off around about a year. I don't know if he ever completed it. It is a paper Panzer. It's the German E50 75-ton standard Panzer. I think I got this one from eBay. In fact, was it Paul Bretland? I'm not sure which. So Paul, if it is from you, I apologise. But it does look a super kit. I know Evan actually rated it very, very highly. And it is a case of what might have been, but it does look a super what if kit. So basically, guys, that's the stash I've actually got for now, and I won't be getting any more in. So my format of my channel review may well change. I don't know, I haven't quite made my mind up yet. Might be a case I may well sort of go back on my videos a bit more. I might not participate in so many group builds next year because I've got a few things in line outside of the hobby, so we'll see. As I say, with the final review on the Hurricane, that possibly may be delayed till the last week of December because obviously getting time on the workbench this month is just an absolute premium. So Ian, bear with me, and Charlie, bear with me. But we're going to apologise to the guys out there because unfortunately I haven't had time to watch a lot of videos. I have been sort of keeping up to date with some of Frankie Day's. But your build on the Arizona is superb. Hats off to you. You're a true artist. I love your subject matter you come out with on the subject. And today, as you well know, is the day of infamy, December 7th. So we shouldn't forget the guys who pay the ultimate price on that day. It's important to remember them, because if it hadn't been for them, you, I, and Mary and everybody else wouldn't enjoy the liberties and freedoms we've got today, which we take for granted. And, you know, they didn't die in vain. That's what we must remember. Also, Mike Cohen just recently did a build on the Black Hawk, and he did a fantastic dive. So Mike, mate, brilliant as usual. And your freehand camo, awesome. Absolutely awesome. Also, I must mention Michael at Mod Art. He's in the process of actually doing a Bristol Blenheim, the retool. Looking very interesting, bud, I have to say. And does look a super little kit, especially with the amount of detail they've got on here. So ethics are certainly coming on big time. If there's anybody else there I haven't mentioned, I do apologise. It's just I just hadn't had the time to catch up with everybody's videos this month, so bear with me. One more guy I will mention is Warren Blanche at Strike Eagle Models. Warren, again, I haven't had a chance to catch up with your videos, bud, but I've been keeping up with your posts. That Dakota looks fantastic. Keep up the good work, mate. All right. As I say, the rest of you, I'm so sorry if I haven't mentioned your names. It's just time's been a premium. But all I will say finally is, guys, have a fantastic Christmas. Have a safe and successful New Year. Happy modelling. Get kit crazy. And I will see you in the new year. So take care. Have a fantastic Christmas. Have a great time with your families and enjoy yourself on the workbench. All right, take care. Oh, one thing I will mention is, Paul, let me know when you want us to open these presents up for the Pop Secret Santa. All right, I've already sent mine off. Hopefully the person concerned, who I'm glad I got chosen for, has received their present. So I think he knows who he is. Don't open it yet, bud. All right, that's all I will say to you. It is a guy overseas, but don't open it yet. All right. So there you go. But I think he'll appreciate what you got. Anyway, until then, get kit crazy, happy modelling, and take care. I'll speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye.